됐다. 시작한다?
Mine's live. Okay, hi guys.
Are you live? Hi.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi everyone over here too. Welcome to KPC Anna Live. We're back.
Did we do this last week? I can't remember.
What's happening with your life?
No guys, I was the whole weekend working for the past like 5 days non-stop and I was so burnt out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know what happened.
Yeah, so guys, I mean I really am under strict instructions not to spill more than is allowed.
그러면 안 되잖아.
Yeah, but I can talk generally. I mean, you guys know I was filming like a show. I can't say what I did or with who or whatever, but I can just say that I was filming a show.
Okay.
And I asked them like, when is it going to air? And they were like, 1 year from now, literally.
1 year?
1 whole year from
That's
now.
KPC time.
So I can't say anything about it until like next summer, basically.
Like how many episodes do they actually film?
Yeah, that's so basically the only thing. They're not only filming Korea. They're like, you know. So it's a whole while, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously because it's like a big platform, they're gonna. I mean, I already understood how production works when we were doing Ramen and Chill. Even just for that short shoot, I understood how many staff, how many shots you need to get, how many B-roll, like drone shots, like blah blah blah. And this is like even bigger production budget, and I was just like amazed at all the behind the scenes, just for like one little scene, like just how much work requires going into it. And you know, the thing with TV is like. So for example, let's say I meet this person, technically I'm supposed to be meeting him for the first time on camera. But it's like because of timing issues and like whatever issues, it's like we have to film day 2 first. And then we have to pretend to meet him again.
Are you allowed to say this?
Be
careful,
say,
be careful.
This is behind the scenes, so it's like, you know, so it's like it all goes like, you know, not in the correct order because you have to just do whatever it works for TV. And I understood that's how it works for all reality TV shows. And we're going to talk about culinary chef wars. And I understand just like nothing in reality TV is real. It's just like you have to get confirmation from so many higher ups. Like every single scene needs to be meticulously planned out. Nothing on reality TV is genuinely real. It's all scripted out. It has been planned for months beforehand. So that's what I really, really felt.
Yeah. Ramen and Chill was real. I mean, we had like a frame, and then
exactly,
you know, like we didn't frame it, but like we meticulously planned what's gonna happen after this and that, and then yeah. Anyways, okay, so
yeah, but it's all over now and it's all done, so I can't wait to see it.
Unshi is asking if it's Singles Inferno.
It's not Singles Inferno, lol. I think I can reveal this because this is not like I did get a chance to meet like these Korean senior men. They are like
senior men.
Yeah, they're like senior influencers.
Okay.
The story behind them, they're basically dubbed as the senior BTS because it's like a group of like they used to have really good jobs. You know, these men who are like my dad's age plus 10 years older, maybe around like, you know, that kind of age bracket. They're like 60s and they're going into their 70s, and these are people who used to work at LG or Hyundai, and then they've all retired, and now they're like get together. They were all scouted by this agency. They're like very stylish, so hipster, and like they dress so well, and they look like super cool, like really super well dressed senior men, and they get together once a week to film TikToks and reels. And so they're basically influencers, and they, you know, they do this every Friday. I can't post this on my Instagram yet, but I'm gonna just show you guys this picture.
What, it's the senior influencers?
Yeah, they look like so cool. I can't post it on my Instagram until they give me the confirmation. But
yeah, are you allowed to even show that?
I doubt they're gonna be watching my live stream.
No, it doesn't matter. Like if it's
this is fine. This is fine.
Okay.
Like that was just like a very short encounter, but yeah, I'm very excited.
They look cool.
Yeah.
Well-dressed people. Like I have a lot of respect for senior influencers.
Yeah, because my dad does not dress like that.
Yeah, because like normally the curve is like once you turn 30 or 40 above, like men usually don't maintain themselves. Like I think it's a little different for girls because like girls keep like, you know, maintaining their physique and beauty and all that, but men usually just like drop it. And
my dad definitely does not.
Yeah, it's
dress
just
like
very
that.
hard in general when you don't have like the motive to like look after
They're wearing
yourself.
super cool like hipster shoes and like accessories, and I was like, And they were asking me like, when does your dad retire? And I was like next year. And they're like, oh, if he's interested,
join the band.
Join. I was like, I don't think my
like
dad.
NCT or
he's
something?
not cool enough. Definitely, he's just more basic, typical nerdy dad kind of thing. And apart from that, I also got to meet like a K-pop group, but like they're super newbies. Like they're not like famous yet. But like it was like I got to see them like rehearse up close and blah blah blah, and it's just astounding when you meet Korean celebrities in real life, and it's, like, even it's like more startling when it's men. The amount of makeup that they have on, I was taken aback.
The idols?
Yeah, the idol makeup especially. Like, they have more makeup on than me.
Yeah.
And I was honestly taken aback. But it's just like,
it's their
for
job.
the stage,
Right.
and when you get under the bright lights and stuff, or on TV or whatever, unless you have that much makeup on, it does not show. So, but when you see them in real life, especially guys, you're honestly taken aback. So I can't, when BTS were in like VMAs a couple of years ago, and everyone was commenting like, they're guys and they're wearing makeup and lipstick and all this stuff. It's just unfortunately part of show business.
Yeah, but they look good at the end.
Yeah.
What matters is the camera.
On camera, it doesn't look like it's that much, but in real life, in person, it's a lot of makeup.
Yeah. So I understand.
Yeah. Anyway, so how was your weekend?
My week is as busy as it can get. So, I have like a whole bunch. I don't know what's going on with my life, but I have like a whole bunch of stuff I have to do right now.
I can see on his sticky notes.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. I just like suddenly got so many like sponsored deals, branded deals.
That's good.
Like I think it's good to some point.
But it's a bit much.
Yeah, it's a bit much, and also because like I'm a growing channel, the amount of money I receive isn't that much. So like of course I need to do more to like save up and like earn more money, but it would be nice like comparing it back to the DK days when our prices were like this
higher.
But like right now it's like this, and then I have to like do like twice or
a lot more.
Yeah, a lot more. So it's very stressful. I have a lot of videos that are just all delayed because of these brand deals and stuff.
Say I relate to this so much. Yes.
Yeah. I have to go to like Chibang, regions and like
for like SBA.
Yeah, it's that kind of stuff too. I need to go to like a webtoon festival tomorrow as well in Seongsu and all these grateful stuff. Grateful stuff.
We're grateful for brand deals, obviously. Obviously.
So tune in.
Coming,
tune in on DK tomorrow at like 3 to 4 p.m.
Oh, it's going on DK.
Yeah, and I'll be just probably going. No, actually, I make shorts like this time, so that's better. So, anyways, for tomorrow it's a little bit better, but a lot of stuff. I still haven't been able to edit the Texas vlog. I still haven't been able to do the LA
ages ago.
LA vlog. So many things piled up. So there's like a lot of priority stuff, non-priority stuff. Because
that was freaking ages ago.
I know,
David.
like deadlines and money comes first, and then like other comes first.
Oh my god, I relate to this so much because as I was doing this 4-day shoot, and like during any time I had downtime, I was editing my bloody Azar video. And I was just like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, and obviously, and then so I submitted it everything, and they were like, oh no, this is problematic. And then because you guys know the Azar app, actually I was gonna talk about this as well. You guys know that it's like a random chatting video calling app. So you like, it's like kind of like Tinder, but it's like you get like someone profile and then they start video calling you. And if you don't want to talk to them, you just swipe whatever. And so obviously I have to tell them upfront, like, hey, I'm doing this for an ad, and I had to tell them all this legal jargon, like, do you agree that your image could be used in a potential Azar ad that could be used globally? And then obviously everyone freaks out when I say that because they're like, what do I have to gain from?
Exactly.
You're not being paid for this.
Do that?
Exactly. So most of the guys, I have to like beg them, like, please, it's fine. And then most of them will say only okay if they said, please blur my face. You can't just like show my face, especially if it's going to be an ad. And I would do the exact same if I were them. I would not want to be used in some random ad,
Exactly.
So they were like,
especially if it's Azar.
Exactly, if it's Azar.
No shade on Azar, but like,
but it's just like it's like a kind of, it's like a Omegle kind of CD, like Tinder-y kind of app, you know. And so they were like, just blur my face. So I had like about 5 guy, 5, 6 guys I talked to. So I edited it all down and I blurred their face and I submitted it to Azar, and they're like, oh, but if it's all blurred, like, this is not like very good promotional material.
Exactly.
And I was like, what do you want me to do though about this?
At that
like,
point, you have to hire people.
I was like, exactly. You either hire actors because you have to make my life easy. Like, I'm just here as the influencer to like try to show off the platform.
Yeah.
But I can't do all this legal jargon for you. Like, I can't just like spend hours and hours doing
Right.
this. And so next time, they asked me to just like, so 그냥 ask your friends, ask your other friends to just come online. And also, guys, I think it would be nice if some of you, my subscribers, are willing, then we can all just be on Azar at the same time. And
Yeah,
then
I think you might have a lot of males too, right?
it doesn't have to be just male. It
Oh,
can
really?
be girls, of course.
Oh.
It's just there happens to be a lot of males on the platform because like these kind of platforms, there's like 80% male, 20% female. But I just think it will make my life easier if I can just already have several people that I can talk to without me trying for hours on end, like talking to strangers, being like, please, can you be in this video? So I might actually do this, ask you guys those of you who are willing to just film the Azar portion. That's been pushed to next month as well. So.
I might ask you too, speaking of Azar, like I got like a similar proposal from a similar company, but it's a little bit better because they're only voice based.
What's
So
the name? Is it
I can't say it right now. And before I get the contract sealed, I'm not gonna do free promotion for them. So
of course.
yeah. Anyways, like I'm in talks with them. I'm probably gonna do it, but yeah, like it's gonna be better if there's only voice, probably.
Yeah, it's like literally, even if I were them, I would not be giving consent to, you know, it's like literally just the most random thing. And like I said, I hate anytime I have to film the Azar videos because it's like I'm sitting there for like about 5 hours, and sometimes you have to obviously swipe through just like the creeps first of all. Like sometimes you just swipe on them and someone's already like jerking off and they're just like trying to like look for pretty girls as they're jerking off. Yeah, literally. I'm just like next, and then but I like embarrassing them though, because if I get on one, like if he's like a black screen and he starts talking to me, he's like, oh, you look like you like have a lot of and I'm just like,
what's
the boom boom. He's like, you look like you. He just says provocative. Like some people say stuff like that to like get a reaction out of you. And I'm like, hey, you're being filmed right now. Is it okay if I use it in a video? And then they just freak out.
Are you sure you can advertise this app, but like talk about this kind of stuff on the live?
But there are plenty of normal people as well. I must say.
Kind of late to sweep that
No,
up.
but like with any of these sorts of out, there's also obviously going to be creeps, but there are also plenty of normal people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was doing that. I was so tired, like almost crying. Like, why do I have to be editing this
That's
shit?
my week and next week for me too. Like, I got so much stuff. I want to die.
We're grateful. We're grateful.
I'm grateful, but I want to die. For real. Like, I only got 2 hours of sleep today too.
Yeah, and so it's like that, and me trying to have somewhat of a social life in between all this, and it's just like
lucky for you because I've given up on entire.
That's why he's given up on dating, but like
Yeah.
I can only see my boyfriend like once a week.
Yeah,
that's like the
at least you
maximum.
have a boyfriend, and at least you can see him once a week.
But he's also hella busy too, so it's like one evening, like that's like the only time. I honestly need a holiday. That's how I feel.
I feel like that
I need
too.
a holiday.
Yeah, I need a holiday.
I do nothing.
I've been like, calling up my friends, and do you want to go to Bali? You want to go to Thailand? You want to go to Okinawa? Wherever.
For Christmas or something. I just want to go to like a hot.
Not even Christmas. I want to go next month.
Next month.
Yeah, next
Once
month.
you have all this over.
Yeah, like all this over. And the thing is, the stressful thing about like doing branded deals is like the money comes in after a month or two or
you
something.
have to wait.
So in that limbo phase, like you're basically broke. So. Anyways,
so feel free to send us donations.
Wait, a lot of people don't seem to know that you've moved on new boyfriend already. Well, she revealed it.
Hinted.
She revealed it, so it's not my fault, right?
I hinted. Yeah.
Wait, when did Anna get a new boyfriend? Says Chammer. See, like, you need.
I addressed my breakup like 2 months ago. It's been like 2 months now.
Yeah.
And now you guys know, like I'm always.
Yeah,
busy,
everyone's happy for you.
But I'm happy. Happiness.
Yeah, isn't that?
He's very sweet.
Isn't that all? What is it? The I forgot
It's
the name.
Hangout Seoul.
Hangout.
Yeah, Hangout Seoul.
Hangout, yes.
Yeah.
Hangout is on Piroso as well. So speaking of,
Okay.
can I do
Good
this? Yeah, 1
transition.
minute. This is the 15-minute mark. So speaking of, guys, you guys know that I run the store Piroso, and we have a lot of good traditional and modern products right now. Like, I'm sorry for all like the sold out products because they've been selling pretty good and we have to restock them. But the thing is, there's a lot of craftsmanship behind it, and these people have like a capacity of producing. So yeah, we'll restock them. Go check them out, please. The Chungo Pocket Ads, as always. The ENFJ, the MBTI t-shirts, the Piroso t-shirts is in stock too. And very fun stuff coming up soon because we're making more original designs. We actually have a employee, I guess a volunteer employee that's from our school that graduated our same school, and he just wanted to help out with the project.
Oh, really?
And he's actually going to design a lot of like Korean inspired designs for us and print out like more Piroso merch as well. So go check that out. In the meantime,
Are you not slave contracting him?
No. Yeah, in the meantime, we have a lot of nice rings like this. Like, I think they're really cute. Chage rings and bags like this. So check them all out. They're really good. We have blog posts consistently coming out. And if you subscribe, you can get a 10% discount through our newsletter. So do check it out on piroso.net.
This is the Hangout Seoul t-shirt.
Oh, the Hangout t-shirt is on Piroso as well. And also Thanksgiving and Christmas is on the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in a month and 2 months. So Piroso is the best place for gifts, like extraordinary gifts you won't find anywhere. So people will be surprised if you buy some stuff from here. So go check it out, everybody. You can use the coupon code KPC to get a 10% discount. And today you might notice something different from our live stream. Oh my God, I have so much work to do. So much work to do. So actually, let me just rewind this a little bit. And it's a little bit. Yeah, you can see the banners over here, right? Oh.
This way.
How do I do it? Oh my gosh! How do I? 어떻게 하지?
Are you being a bit dumb?
This is glitchy. How do I point at the banners? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. You can see the
It's not woken up yet.
You can see the banners over there as well. So new sponsor for the live stream, introducing Sue House. So for Sue House, yeah, it's basically an app, and you can join a lot of events happening in Korea. There's a lot of meet and greets, there's a lot of tours, parties, classes, and more. So they're providing all these kind of stuff. It's the perfect app for anybody who wants to explore Korea. And if you're physically in Korea, you can actually go to a lot of like meet and greets, like free events, tours and activities right now, meeting with travelers or either expats or local people, not only foreigners but Korean people as well. That's their thing they want to do, like connect everybody in Korea.
Who's the founder for this?
She's my friend.
Okay.
So she's working very hard. So there's a lot of content on it as well. You can also subscribe to Korean content there as well, so you can actually learn Korean. So if you look at the banner over here, as you can see, free events and all that kind of stuff. Study Korean with Sue House over there. And let me just show you how it looks online a little bit. If you see over here, this is the Instagram page. So make friends and connect, learn Korean together, open group meetups, join the fun. Go check out Sue House Official on Instagram. As you can see, they're doing like they're giving out tickets for the Dream concert here in Korea, like the Yeongdongdaero K-pop concert. They have like Chuseok parties and gatherings of people over here, cooking classes, Daegu 2-day trips. So go check all these out. And you can check out their app at Google Play and App Store, obviously. So yeah, all you need to do is install it, and they even have like a dating function inside too. So
everything is dating.
Yeah, language exchange and dating as well. So a lot of stuff over here. So do check it out. Yep. And thank you for Sue House for sponsoring this video. And that's it. Phew. That's it. Okay.
How is the weather like there now? We have fully transitioned into autumn now. It's finally like livable conditions.
Yeah, it's
in
kind of
Seoul.
cold actually.
In the evenings, yeah, I think it's definitely like jacket or hoodie
Right.
weather. But like it's so like you know how we were just complaining.
Because of you, I got a new fandom name.
What?
It's called the Hoodie Gang now.
Why?
Try to infer where that came from the
Hoodie?
last stream. Yeah, I didn't get it for an hour because they were calling me a hoodie for like an hour, and I was
Did
like,
we talk about hoodies last stream?
like in a weird manner, but yeah,
Genuinely cannot remember.
I don't. Yeah, without the context, you're probably not. No.
Why? Why is he called hoodie?
I don't know.
Please explain.
I don't know. Anyways, let's see if you get it midstream.
I don't remember talking about hoodies. Yeah.
We talked about turtles too, turtlenecks and
turtlenecks and whales. That thing?
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, is hoodie related to
I don't know.
uncircumcised?
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Okay, yeah. My mom is calling like
Oma.
3 times. So
Just answer.
you know, my grandma's sick, so she wants to check up on her.
Answer. I will.
It's okay.
Okay, is Anna's neck okay? You guys know it's absolutely fine. It's just when I scratch, I have very sensitive skin, so it stays red for a while. But I'm good. Anna's circumcision, yes. Okay, I understood now. But that was last life. That already feels like so long ago.
Time just flies.
Flies when you're hella busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So David is too busy to be dating right now.
Yeah. Let's go on with the news.
Actually, let's do this for solo movie watching because you were talking to me about this last week.
I was ranting about this.
He was ranting when we went for lunch last week. So I will say.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I have nobody." He was like, "At least you have a boyfriend. Like, I have nobody to go and see movies with." Like, and I was just like, "Don't you go?" I thought he went to see solo movies like regularly.
I did. I used to.
You used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it says in Seoul, like solo activities like dining alone, drinking, going to solo vacations are gaining popularity. And a new trend has emerged in the film industry, watching movies alone. And this is becoming increasingly common in Korea. And according to CGV, the percentage of single-person viewings reached about 25% during the pandemic, influenced by social distancing measures. That makes sense. It's still pretty high. That's basically what it's saying. Me personally, I never gone to the cinema like alone.
Wow.
Apart from one time when I had to go because I had to watch Pamyo, because that was for like it was like
Content,
homework.
yeah.
It was for homework. They asked me to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But like in general now, I don't want to go alone.
Yeah. According to the article, it's still 21% of solo movie watchers right now, even in 2024. So that's pretty impressive.
And also, it's not just the solo aspect. It's just like I think this is a massive problem with movies now. Even when I went to see Pamyo, it's just like I'm like, can I play this at 2x speed? Movies are too slow.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
I would much rather watch it on streaming, and it's like I can actually forward the speed or like skip ahead the boring bits. But like in the cinema, you're just stuck there. So I actually find myself like even watching, I'm just like on my phone.
Oh
like,
my gosh!
No, seriously,
what?
It's terrible. When I was watching Pamyo, I was like, this is not a good movie.
You have ADHD.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, like, watching a whole ass, like, 3 hour or, like, 2 hour and a half movie is too long for me now.
What?
It's too long. I can't do it.
No.
I need the speed option.
What?
Yeah. But you relate. You watch everything at, like, 2x speed.
That's true, but, like, no offense for only shitty movies and reality shows that have a lot of fillers, a bunch of fillers. I do 2x and stuff, but, like, real masterpieces, you need to admire every single second because cinema, like every single second is like planned out and like well planned and stuff.
If it's like a big superhero movie, then yes,
yeah,
I can
if it's
watch
like
it.
Dune or something, you need to watch every single 1 second, or Mad Max or whatever. Like
what was the last movie you
Mad
watched?
Max, I think.
Oh really? But
the
I think
recent Furiosa.
you go way more often than I do.
I like watching movies, but nowadays I don't have anyone to watch with, and also I was bitching about like how expensive it is nowadays. Like if you go to the movies, even for one person, it's like $30. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. It comes out in Netflix in like 6 months.
I'd much rather watch it on Netflix at home with a glass of wine.
Yeah. But the article says that solo moviegoers were once seen as lacking social skills and had stigmas. Why? Why are you pointing at me?
Is there not a little bit of truth in there?
I'm not lacking social skills. I voluntarily try to be isolated sometimes. Yeah. But Tom Merritt points out that he sometimes feels like that for real life too. Like you want to like 2x speed about like life.
Okay,
Yeah,
so actually, so a little bit more behind the scenes about what I filmed over the past 4 days. But I was warned that basically I think I keep this on the down low, guys. And I think they're not going to be watching my live stream. But the Hollywood actor that was involved, I was told before I met him, like he speaks very slowly, and I was like, oh, thank you so much for telling me beforehand. So they're like, don't interrupt, just like just let him finish his sentence. Like he speaks he takes his time, and like even if he has like a massive long pause, he's not like finished. So just like don't think like you have to fill the silence. I was just like, okay, thank you for telling me this, because like that's like good for me to know. Yeah. You know?
That's what I noticed, because Anna has lost a lot of patience over the years. I can tell because like I'm normally like a mid speed talker, but there are some people around us that speak pretty slow. I know one of them. We've had lunch together. Right?
Who?
There's a person, and then Anna kept on like jumping to the conclusion mid his sentence, and I was like,
who are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a person.
I can't remember. But...
Anyways, and also I'm like that too, because Jin speaks very slowly, and he wants to like make a full sentence, a logical sentence when we're talking with the clients in the Zoom. And yesterday he told me he did like a business meeting for 3 hours, and no business meeting in the world should take 3 hours.
No, that's not a good
business
meeting then.
And I was like baffled by that, and he explained like I was like getting to know the person. Even still, like I don't even go on like a first date and talk 3 hours over that. So like whenever Jin and I are on like business meetings, no shade, that's his style. But he's like, 네, 안녕하십니까. 그래서 오늘은 이러해서 이렇게 하면 어떨까 싶습니다. And then I'm like, at the end, I'm just like translating. So what he means is, bottom line, let's do this by then.
Get
and
to
then
the point.
Yeah. And then chop.
Be succinct.
Exactly.
Just the most important points.
Yeah. But then he thinks that's kind of rude and like, all that. And it's like, no. Being rude is like stealing other people's time when you're on like a business meeting.
I just watched a TikTok last night of this girl she's like Asian, but they live in America, Asian Americans. She got engaged, and she got an engagement ring from Graf, which is like a super premium jewelry brand. And she said they had to send the ring back for repairs twice. So she barely got to wear it since they got it, because it was like some of the diamonds were like getting loose, like falling off, and she was like not that happy, and neither was her husband, because they spent a hell of a lot of money for this ring, and they had to already get it repaired twice, and they weren't being very communicative. So she was like, okay, the girl, she sent them like a really long ass email. She wanted to explain everything that had happened from the beginning in terms of the communication with her essay, and like it was like a long ass email, and then she sent it to her friends to read, and they're like, no, okay, we understand you want to explain everything so you don't miss out any points, but like they're not going to read all that, and this comes off as like you're being a very emotional woman type thing. So they were like, get your husband, because he was a finance bro, and he's very good at just like getting straight to the point, just writing up the points like this, I'm not happy with this, fix this. And so in the end, her husband sent the email, and then immediately there was a response.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
Yeah, business, you can't waffle. Right. Yeah.
Well, I have a question. Would you prefer, like, let's assume this person is like your partner or whatever, a slow speaker versus a repetitive speaker? A person that keeps on saying the same thing over and over to emphasize, like,
that would drive me insane.
Yeah, like between those two, which do you prefer?
Slow speaker.
Slow speaker? You can cut them off.
Speaker, like what the fuck is that?
Because like I was taking my grandma to the hospital. A lot of grandmas are like that. Like they don't care about what the other person is receiving or interacting. They just keep on saying the same stuff over and over again. So she has like this like little thing on her skin, and I had to take her to the dermatologist and get her checked up. But then the doctor's giving like the diagnosis.
Yes.
Diagnosis? Whatever, diagnosis. And he was checking her out, and then, this is caused by this and that, and she doesn't care. She's talking over. So yesterday I like scratched it, and it got like a rash, and then it formed this, and I put this on top, and then the doctor's talking over her, and she's keeping. So yes, it goes on saying the same thing, and I'm like, I had to cut her off. I'm like, so I think what she means is like basically this, and that, and then grandma, 할머니, 잠깐만요, 그만.
I think this is what people happens to people as we get old. We just end up becoming like this. We might end up becoming like this.
And even after what the doctor said, like, okay, I'll give you this kind of cream, like put it on top, like put a bandage on top and take care of it. After the whole remedy, like she's like, so what happened is yesterday I put my god.
Okay, so my current boyfriend, he's a doctor. And he works like 12-hour shifts, right? And then he has to deal with people like this all day. Sometimes he like comes by and he's like exhausted, right? And he's just like, I don't know how you can do this. And you just have to like nod and like you know. But obviously as like the doctor types, you have to get straight to the point. You can't, there's no waffle, wishy-washy. Yes, like cannot waste people's time.
I think for old people, especially like my mom or ajumas or grandmas, they want to get thoroughly through every single detail about their condition because they're always worried, like, isn't this like a lethal, like bad, you know, very big disease or something? Like maybe the doctors are overlooking some stuff, and I'm like, no. Like these doctors look through like thousands of patients.
Literally.
Yeah, and then they have big data. They know what you're going through. You don't have cancer. But like mom's like every single little detail, and she emphasizes it over and over again. It drives me crazy when I see that. Yeah.
Oh my god, but slow or repetitive like that, they're both kind of really annoying.
Yeah,
but
I can't imagine being like a service worker. Like you have to like a receptionist or like a policeman or like, you know, whatever, a government worker. Like all these people coming and saying all that stuff.
Diagnoses.
Diagnoses.
Is that how you say it?
Diagnosis. I would say diagnosis.
You're saying like diagonally or something.
I don't know. Sometimes I have these kind of words.
Is your boyfriend Korean? Yes, he is. He's Korean.
Anna hit the jackpot. Doctor boyfriend. Yeah, she's casually just revealing all the details right now. So
he's the lucky one.
Lucky Vicky.
But I was told by the Hollywood actor and the whole crew that they were like, you have a great energy, you have a great presence on camera. Just keep doing you. Just don't be too serious. Just joke with him. I was like, okay, fine. So, yeah.
But in general, I think Korean people have just become very impatient. I think Gen Z have become impatient too because of TikTok, but like Korean people as a whole have become impatient in general. Like, and you know, if you come to Korea, you'll always see like the shut like close button always like worn out. And I can't stand. I used to like be able to stand that, but nowadays if someone's like in front of the elevator and not doing anything until like the door shuts. I know it's gonna take like only 7 seconds or something, but still, it feels like an eternity. It feels like why are we like waiting for the elevator to shut? And I go to the front and like.
You're very Koreanized now, and also like the past 4 days I spent, they were all like mostly British crew, and the way they speak is like so overly nice and polite, and like the way they explain things, it's like, oh, could you possibly blah 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 blah. Whereas Koreans were like straight to the point, like
we don't need that. Like
no. There's like so much filler words and filler like to like round out they like trying to say everything in a super nice way. And it's just like it's very British.
Right.
Yeah, very polite.
Right. And Tuan, thank you for the PayPal. Haven't been able to catch live lately. Stream TTYL by Lucemble. Okay, I'll check them out.
TTYL.
I haven't heard of them, but apparently there's so many new groups coming out nowadays. Like I think the Cube one you said, and the Cat's Eye one. Have you checked them out?
Oh, but Cat's Eye, I keep seeing them on my feed, and the song is actually good.
I haven't heard to the song yet. I need to check it out.
It's catchy.
I need to do it for the reaction, but they're doing a lot of promotions right now. They're on my feed a lot too.
I thought the black girl, she's really pretty.
I need to check them out. But like apparently one of my like avid viewers, like one of our subscribers, was like I guess like 연관되다, related to the production of the team of Cat's Eye. And then she DM'd me the other day and it's like, actually, you know, I was behind, you know, the production of the group, so please check it out. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
I thought the stream was I thought the song was really good.
Really? Yeah. Okay, I need to check
cute.
it out then. You got a super chat.
BRB Bapa. Get to the point. Yes, thank you. Get to the point.
Are you talking towards us right now, or?
No, are you like 공감? Are you like relating?
Yeah. They're like next news.
Next news. Okay, fine. We'll get to the next news.
Yeah. Rachel, I missed your super chat. Thank you for the super chat. $2. Pizza. When's Dana going on a trip? Any Halloween plans? I don't know about our trip.
Yeah.
I think like at the point you have a Korean boyfriend now, so I don't think he's gonna be
go
the understanding one.
I don't think I can go on any abroad trip with David.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's not like we have before either. So
no.
Yeah, anyways, so I don't know about that. And any Halloween plans? Halloween is October 31st, right? So it's a month away.
Yeah, it's a month away.
I usually don't do anything for Halloween.
Yeah, for Koreans, especially after maybe the Itaewon thing, and like it was never like it's not like a big.
It's
not
only
everyone
for
celebrates
insas.
Yeah, if you're like a party type, then you will celebrate, but otherwise.
Yeah.
But I'm like really not going. I'm not like my party days. I feel like are over. I'm like staying in. I'm like cooking, which is why speaking of cooking, I'm obsessed, so obsessed with the Netflix show.
Yeah.
It's called 흑백 요리사. And it's called Culinary Class Wars on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched it. It's like the #1 most talked about show right now in Korea. It's all over social media. And it's kind of like MasterChef, kind of like the final table.
Yeah.
And it's just the concept is so good because basically they have 20 of the best chefs in Korea. They have, they own the best restaurants, the whatever.
Yeah.
They're considered like the white chefs. I also saw like some comment on Reddit being like, "Oh, this is like, why does it have to be like white and black?" Like,
let's not go there.
It's not related to racism at all.
Let's not
it's
even
like
start.
peg and
the
hook.
world doesn't revolve around Western culture and its history in America.
It has a
please.
Korean, like the hook and the peg is like literally a Korean thing. It's not like a race thing or skin color thing at all. Anyway, so the chefs who are like the 20 of the best ones, they're like in like their white uniforms, and then like the underdogs, the black, everyone's in the black uniforms. They're also super established well chefs as well, but not maybe as well known as like those established ones. And basically the competition is like you're going against each other, the teams. And they keep it really fair. The two judges are like Baek Jo-won, he's like the Gordon Ramsay of Korea. He's more of like a successful entrepreneur at this point than a chef. He has like all of the franchise businesses in Korea. Some of the coffee that we have he owns. And the other one is called An Sung-jae, and I became such a fan. He is like the chef of we only have 1 3-star Michelin star restaurant called Bosu in Seoul, and he is the star chef. And he's very consistent with his comments with everybody. There are certain types he likes, he doesn't like, and I think the show is just so good. I was hooked immediately from the first episode.
Yeah, it's really good too. So there were 4 episodes in the beginning, and I did it in one go.
Yeah, and then like 3 of them dropped last night as well. It's every Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, Jin was saying like I need to go home early yesterday night, and I was like,
everyone in Korea is watching this.
Why? And then I need to watch it with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you of all people are going home to watch this with your girlfriend, and it is pretty good.
Watch it, guys. It's pretty good.
It's good because I think the best thing is the judges themselves, because Baek Jo-won is like more of an entrepreneur. He's like a more people friendly.
Yeah, he's for the masses.
He's for the masses. He doesn't like, all his brands are very like affordable food.
Very affordable, yeah. He doesn't really like fine dining.
Right.
Stuff.
He cuts the cost, and he like puts a big standard on hygiene and stuff, so he makes it very approachable for
Baek Jo-won. He's the Gordon Ramsay.
Right, for the normal people. There's like a udon place over there I go always to. Yesterday on my Instagram story I put up like a kare donkasu. That was Baek Jo-won's place too, but like he's for the people, and then An Sung-jae chef is like a 3-star Michelin chef, so he's like super fine dining.
And he's like a bit scary.
Right, so these two always like sometimes they have consensus, but sometimes they have like clashing opinions.
Yeah.
Like for the blind test, and then they're like, I feel like this is a little bit more, like seasoned and all that.
Yeah, so the first round it was just like all the black uniform chefs cooking their most iconic dishes.
Right.
And then once like 40 of them got eliminated, and then like to keep it really fair, the next round they had like the blindfolds on.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole point of the fine dining is like it's the visual aspects and how it's presented and all that.
Yeah.
So they're like, to keep it like the utmost fair, we're gonna keep it like we're gonna blindfold and just eat all the dishes just completely, so you just matter about the taste, how it tastes in your mouth. It's so good, it's so addictive, and it's kind of I heard people saying like it feels like physical 100, but like the cooking, but the
Yeah,
format is very similar.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah, and the fact that they're going against like authority, like they're
Yeah.
trying to see if whether like actual career or reputation
Yeah.
or skills or like all those years matter between like a good
Yeah.
food or not.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that dynamic is fun too.
Yeah, and it makes your mouth water. Everything looks so good. Like,
Yeah.
like all of the chefs' restaurants have like blown off.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I like saved all of the restaurants on my catch table.
There are already like Instagram posts that like
Yeah.
have all of them. I've
Yeah.
saved them too.
Oh my god, this guy, when I was living in my previous apartment in Xindang, there was a wine bar called Tipin, and everyone was raving about it.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I have to go. But ever since I moved, I was never got to go. So I'm like, great, now I'm never, because now it's gonna be hella fully booked now. So yeah, but I have a whole list. I'm gonna make sure to go through them slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I recommend you guys to check it out.
Yeah,
when
really
you have
check it
time.
out.
And another good thing is that a lot of the ingredients and the food and the missions they give revolve around Korean ingredients too.
But they like fusion.
Yeah, so it's like gochujang or kimchi or like a certain part of beef that
홍어. They even do 홍어.
hongo and stuff. So very, very extraordinary,
Yeah.
ingredients. So it's a very Korean-based show. I like that fact. It's not only like if you usually go to fine dining, it's usually like French or Western or all that. But like the fact that I was very surprised because they just give like a random ingredient to everybody and then they say make whatever you can. And obviously as chefs they are skilled with a lot of ingredients, but I didn't know they could write off like make like a fantastic new kind of recipe just like that. And I was very surprised with that factor. So
And actually, fine dining in Korea is not, even the most expensive ones like mosu,
yeah.
it's compared to other countries, it's still like not as expensive compared to fine dining that you see. Like in London, there were so many, and obviously like places like New York, LA, I'm sure there'll be so many. But I think mosu, like the price for like dinner, fine dining course is like maybe like $250.
Yeah.
Which is expensive, but it's not like crazy expensive in comparison.
Right.
And obviously then you have extra added the wine.
Right.
I heard fine dining is actually not such a profitable business.
It's not, yeah.
Because of there's so much, you have to have so many waiters, so many servers. It's just the pure amount of manpower it takes. And also like cleaners, you have to keep everything speck and clean. The actual amount of profit that they make, because there's so much money that they have to go out, the actual money that they bring in is actually not that much.
Right.
Even a coffee franchise with like a machine is going to make more money than like a fine dining restaurant.
Right. They're doing it for the rep, and
it's
they
literally
usually
for the-
they have sponsors.
Yeah, unless it's impossible.
So what I heard, Mosu is not running right now. It's closed for renovation,
Yeah.
and it actually got ripped of its Michelin 3-star because like it's been like too suspended. Like the reopening has been too
It's
like
been too delayed.
So they're gonna open again, but in the behind the scenes, what people are saying is like it can't open right now because there aren't any proper sponsors that are.
He needs
Like he needs investors and sponsors.
investors.
But a lot of people are speculating after this show, Baek Jong-won is probably gonna sponsor it.
He's
or
rich
something.
enough, yeah.
Baek Jong-won is mad rich.
Oh my god, have you ever been to a 3-star Michelin restaurant? I haven't.
3-star, no.
I've been to 2-star, but not 3-star.
No, not even the 2-star. I've been to like a 1-star a couple times, but 3 stars are like. No.
I really want to go to Mosu once it opens.
So what they say about like after this, a lot of videos about these restaurants came up on YouTube, and I did a lot of binge viewing too. But apparently, 3-star Michelins are worthy of even just visiting that sole country just because of that restaurant.
People go on like food culinary like world tours.
I didn't know that, and then like there was an interview of An Sung-jae, the chef, and he was like, I have so much weight on my shoulders because I'm literally the only 1 3-star restaurant in Korea, and I've had many guests, foreigner guests, like that come from Dubai or the States or wherever, and say to me like, the only reason I visited Korea is because of your restaurant. So
insane pressure.
The whole reputation of Korea is based on his dish and the service. So he's like, it sometimes gets too overwhelming.
Yeah. But that guy, he immigrated to America, his whole family, when they were younger. So he speaks perfect English, and then he studied like cordon bleu, and then he studied at all these he started literally from the bottom. His family did not have much money. He's literally rags to riches kind of guys, where everyone's like, oh, you're so like respectable. And you literally poured your life into this.
And it was very refreshing because like I had like a prejudice upon him too. Like, you know, when he was judging in the first half,
he seemed like an asshole.
Yeah, I was like, is this guy's gonna be like a cocky, you know, a bastard? He's probably gonna look down upon like you know, normal food and stuff. So that's what I was like thinking. They have good balance between Baek Jong-won and stuff.
Yeah.
But then when he actually tasted the grandma with like the school food, like you know, the cafeteria
really
food,
good.
this is very nostalgic. It brings me back, and like he actually, you know.
And like with his comments, I think he has a very specific. He's very consistent.
Yeah, he has a standard.
He has a standard. He doesn't like he hates it when there's like a random like a garnish like flour. Like he's like any food that's not actual food. If it's like a decorative flour, he hates that kind of thing.
And then he's always very consistent about the seasoning too. Like if it's like
too under seasoned or too salty or whatever. Yeah. It's so good, guys. Watch it.
Yeah, go check it out. I've heard it's already like #1 in like a lot of Asian
It's definitely
countries.
#1 in Korea,
Singapore
Netflix.
And all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just makes me like I'm like cooking a lot more these days. It makes me want to try like more fine, like the more fancier stuff.
Everyone's cooking
and
nowadays.
the plating.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. There's a bunch of like YouTubers there too, and like doing a lot of experimental shit. So it's very fun.
Yeah, so I think every once in a blue moon, like having the fine dining experience, it's like you're literally paying for the experience of everybody waiting on you, and it's like a very special thing. And like obviously like the nicest, like it's like the wine pairing with the food, and it's just obviously the presentation is very special. Obviously we can't eat like that on a regular basis, but it's like I think once in a while it's like a really nice thing to do.
I think I've been to a handful of 1-star Michelins. There's a lot of 1-star Michelins in Korea. I've been to a lot of fine dining too. But at the end, like, you know, when you're doing the experience, it's good, obviously, because like, you know, they have good service and plate after plate, it's all fancy and the vibes and all. But after you eat, like, you look at your bank account and like you spent like $600
for the experience.
$600. I'm like, I could have like paid my bills with, you know.
When I went to a 2-star Michelin in Hong Kong, it's just like, but it's just like you have like a tiny, maybe say it was like a what do you call it, like a croquette, right? And it's like small, but it's like I put it in my mouth and it's like there are like 25 flavors within this tiny thing. I'm just like, and it keeps like changing in your mouth. I'm just like, how on earth do they do this? It's like definitely different to normal food. I'm just like, how do they get these flavors?
Maybe I'm just too like from the streets, but like I've been to a handful of Michelin. Maybe it's because I haven't been to a 2-star or 3-star. But I normally go for like family occasions, my grandma's birthday or my mom's birthday, or like when I'm dating a person, anniversaries and stuff. But every single time I see the bank account, I think this is not worth it. And then like I always,
it's worth it.
The next day I go back to McDonald's and I say McDonald's is the best thing in the world. You know, a Big Mac, nothing can beat a Big Mac and French fries with Coke. You know.
I mean, we love McDonald's too. There's always a time and a place for McDonald's, where it's like very one-dimensional taste of food. Those 2-star, 3-star, it's special because it's just like a party. It's like something happens in your mouth.
And also they make you too full sometimes. Like they're too many. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, do I really need to finish this?
I mean, my boyfriend though, he was like, I never get full on these fine dining things. He was like, I need more
little
food.
pieces and stuff. Yeah, and the intervals are a little bit long too.
Yeah.
Like they have like little. The signature dish for Mosul is like an abalone seaweed taco thingy.
Looks so good.
It's like literally like this big. Like that's it. It's like finger food.
But anyway, I really want to go at least once to Mosul once it reopens. Yeah.
What I heard from an actually really rich person, he vouched that actual rich people don't like fine dining because they value time a lot. Oh, there's experience too, but if it's not a special occasion, it's like a full Michelin fine dining course would last for like at least an hour and a half, like just for the food to come out. And like coffee time, it takes like 2 hours. They're like, you know, let me get a cookbap and just go.
So actually what I saw is like there's also like the top end fine dining restaurants, which is like the ones that take a long time, like we're talking about. But I think the more popular these days is like the mid-tier, not quite fine dining, but like not like just like McDonald's either, but just like the mid-tier where it's just like a really nice pasta bar, a really nice wine bar, whereas the food is still like kind of bougie, but it's still like somewhat in the affordable range. And it's like that those kind of pasta bars like are doing so well right now.
Yeah.
So
everyone has their own taste.
yeah.
3 to 4 hours, they say. Fine dining is not my thing. I eat like I do physical labor all the time. Me too. Yeah.
You just need like you at home, just like get a huge bowl of like bibimbap.
I'm telling you, that or either McDonald's with like Netflix on is like the best meal over. Like I would choose that over fine dining every day.
Of course, like you can't eat that every. If I really think there's like once every special occasion, I think that is really nice.
Yeah.
I gotta. Oh, Ross is
Ross
here.
is here.
Yay.
Yay.
You go first.
Yeah, I actually messaged Ross yesterday because like I was just wondering what's going on.
Thank you, Ross. Yeah, are you doing good?
Yeah, he's
Thank you
doing
for the
good. He's
support.
doing good. I'll show you the message. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you, Ross.
Thank you, Ross.
We'll get lunch together.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I can't. I don't know. I have like a meeting at 1 p.m. so probably have to see.
If we finish at 12, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Ross,
so
and
go
go
check
check out Culinary Wars.
We're not being paid, but I'm just very obsessed.
I wish I could get paid.
by Netflix.
Yeah, and then I don't even want to get paid. I want to get like a full course for all the restaurants.
A free meal.
Yeah, free meals from all
That'd
of them.
be so bomb.
Yeah, actually, you know, if I just had a girlfriend right now, I would have already done like 3 places.
But then you would be the one paying for everything. The thing is, like I don't think at this point, like I cannot date someone who's not a foodie. Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like most
Who's not a foodie?
No, but yeah, this is like kind of thing. Like most Korean guys are foodies, but like when I was like living in the UK, like a lot of people are just like not that like bothered. Like you know how bad British food is. I sometimes get the feeling that they just like eat to just like survive.
Yeah.
Like they just like eat to fill their stomach, but they don't actually care about like good food and like good tasting. Whereas Koreans, it's like our cooking is like how can we like from our ancestors? It's like any little whatever like vegetable or whatever ingredient we have, always the number one priority is how can we eat this in a more delicious manner? How can we make this more tasty? So all of Korean cooking is based on a lot of sauces, a lot of seasoning. All of this, so like I'm such a foodie, and obviously, and also like I think I really like pairing a nice like a wine or a whiskey with a meal. That brings me so much joy. Like honestly, it brings me so much dopamine. And so someone who can't drink at all, like says I will kind of drink a single drop of alcohol, or like people who are like, oh, I'm not such a big foodie. I'm fine with like a ham and cheese sandwich. I'm just like, oh no, I don't think we are compatible in that way. You have to be just as like equally excited.
I think inevitably, if you're in Seoul, you become a foodie because there's so many good places to eat out, and they're like lines, and every place is like trendy. You need to follow the herd and stuff. So like you just become a foodie if you're here.
But Wani was like, well, after I put it on my story, he was like, Anna, I'm sorry, I really want to go as well, so let's all go together to like one of the Yongsan pasta bars. And I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Since he doesn't have a girlfriend, and probably I don't know about Wani, but
he's always.
He's a
something.
playboy. Yeah. They put canned beans on toast, exactly.
What?
British people, they put like the orange canned beans
Oh my
on
gosh,
toast.
the Campbell.
Or like the canned beans on a jacket potato. Like it's so basic food. Thank you, Money Moy, for the $10. As a foreigner, when I visit Seoul, I feel so happy when I see the check at the end of the meal because of not only the exchange rate but also no tipping makes a huge difference. It must be nice to be American.
Imagine doing fine dining in America.
Yeah, it's no.
Like $600 and 20%
tip.
No,
wow. It's probably even more than 20% tip. You know. Yeah.
But what I noticed, even in Korea though, like some places like fine dining, usually, a lot of them have like VAT separate. A lot of like the high end places here, so you have to pay 10% more. That's probably for like the service fees and all that. So
yeah,
that's illegal nowadays, but a lot of them still do it.
London has amazing food. Also, very like 6-star Michelin restaurants.
That's what I heard too.
3-star Michelin restaurants. London does have a lot of Michelin star restaurants. I'm just talking about like the basic, like what the everyday people eat, because not every one of my friends is going to a Michelin star restaurant in London.
Some fish and chips.
Fish and chips and jacket potato.
Jacket potato.
And literally ham and cheese sandwich. Like that was the stuff that my friends liked, and they genuinely liked it. I was just like, okay, you know. You guys know great food. Anyway.
Well, David Beckham, like he's
a great cook.
Yeah, he loves food and he's like a big foodie, and he's probably been to all the fine dining places in London. Probably, right? He's one of the richest out there. He literally flies to Korea to go to the certain KBBQ place, and
even the Hollywood actor, after our first day of filming, I wasn't there, but they went for a barbecue after the first day, and I asked him the next day how was it, and he was like, oh my god, the best cut of meat I've ever had in my life. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad that you liked it.
Yeah. K-BBQ nowadays is popping.
Yeah.
Like in New York and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of stuff, let's go to the cheerleader thing.
We were talking about this last week, weren't we?
Last week we actually did the picky dance. But
it's gonna be in my vlog, my September vlog coming up soon.
Yeah, so we actually danced to this
Yes,
like in
you
the
did.
two lives back, and it was the picky, you know that dance, and it's became viral nowadays. So I told you it was on everyone's algorithm,
Yeah.
and like mostly it was foreigner comments. And now Olivia Rodrigo is doing it during her
She was in Korea.
Korean concert, and then this is like the original cheerleader that made it viral.
Yeah. Do you remember David and Sonu?
Huh?
What's his name?
Sangu. Yeah. And then these are the Dallas what do you call them?
Oh, they're very pretty.
The Texas Dallas cheerleaders,
Oh.
and they did the dance too. You can check out their. And then like I don't know why people are so salty about this, but like when the Korea Herald or the Korea Times reporting
Right.
about like this being a
Right.
trend, like every single comment is like
What? What are they saying?
like what is it?
Why
The
is it
comments have
sexual?
no, the comments have changed, but people are like,
Okay,
okay,
what did
thank
they
you
say?
Korea Herald for doing like a, investigative report on like a stupid TikTok dance or something. Like I don't know, like people and then people think like Korean cheerleaders are talentless because the only thing they're seeing is like this, but actually if you go to Korean baseball places, they do like sets and sets of K-pop
They work
dances.
hard, guys. I mean, I don't think it's that much different to being a K-pop idol.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah?
It's crazy. So definitely, if you go visit if you come to Seoul,
It's
I
not
think
that different.
going to a baseball. Have you been to a baseball game?
No,
before?
never. I want
You
to.
should. You should.
Yeah.
And it's totally different. It's
Yeah.
like a festival over there. Every single inning, there's like a new K-pop song, and they're doing
Yeah.
all these stuff.
They
so-
work hard, and apparently it's really competitive to become one. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah. And
Yeah.
nowadays, because they've gone super global, like they're getting recruits from different countries, especially Taiwan. So Taiwanese companies are recruiting Korean cheerleaders and importing them, and they're giving massive salaries, and they becoming like
Like how much salary?
celebrities of Taiwan, like actual Taiwan mainstream media. So a
Like-
lot of cheerleaders are now like aiming for that.
Like roughly how much are they getting paid?
I don't know, but massive amounts probably.
Oh, let me play the Olivia Rodrigo TikTok. Oh. I think Olivia Rodrigo's best friend is Korean. Yeah, so random, but anyway.
Wow. So apparently this cheerleader, her name is Lee Dae, and she went to Taiwan and she gets 수억대. So she's actually earning more than like
Like a doctor.
doctors and lawyers and all that. But like that's their base salary, but they get like advertisements on
Yeah.
TV and shows and all that. So
Yeah.
they get to live the celebrity life there.
Yeah.
So check out like the Korean cheerleaders. Fatin, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Why?
Fatin, for exposing you. I've already spilled the beans. But he always sends me like K-pop reels of Karina and
Me
like
too,
Twice,
Chiyo.
and all that. Like I think my bias has changed or whatever. I just double tap like, but like there was a phase he kept on sending like cheerleaders. I'm proud because like I'm the first one that introduced him to cheerleaders at the old office. Like we were hanging out at like 8 p.m. or something, and then we were just having dinner, and I was just watching a cheerleader stuff, and then he's like, "What's that?" And then he got into a new realm, and then afterwards he started binge viewing cheerleaders, and he's still like onto that right now.
Oh, Fatin, don't change. Don't ever change.
Yeah. So Korean cheerleaders, they're very, very popular. I heard like some of the cheerleaders went to perform in the MLB league too.
I'm sure they liked that.
Yeah, because the MLB picked up on it, and then they want the trend.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shall we talk about Hwasa maybe?
Yeah.
It's related.
Yeah.
So Hwasa has come back with a new song called Na, N-A, but you say it like Na. Have you heard the song?
No, not
It
yet.
literally sounds like a Psy song, but she's singing it.
Okay.
This happens, I feel like this is kind of unfortunate. Like, it happens to any artist that goes into P Nation. It happened to Jessie.
Oh, she's in P Nation?
Yeah, she's in P Nation,
okay,
and
okay.
it's like it literally sounds like that or it's like Gangnam Style, like all of, because he produces all of
Similar
the song.
songs.
It literally, I don't, if you guys heard it, you can relate, but literally this song, it just sounds like completely Psy but female version.
Yeah.
Oh, but it literally sounds
Sexy
like that. Yeah,
lady.
literally like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And she
why
has
is this a
this-
controversy? Like, apparently
She has like a butt grabbing ass move.
butt grabbing ass move.
ass grabbing dance move. And this is after her, when she had that controversy at the festival, where she was
always
like
has
grabbing her
controversies.
crotch. Yeah, so Korean people are just like, why? She's always like touching.
Korean people just don't like her.
Yeah, they just don't like her.
That's
They're
it.
like, why do you always have to like sexualize yourself? You're always talking or like showing off a body part. You know,
Yeah.
it's so unnecessary. Can you not promote a song without all this gimmicky stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think, okay, like, there's gonna be a lot of people hurt in the comments because I know a lot of international fans
Yeah.
love Hwasa, but
Yeah.
you guys already know the narrative. Like, in Korea, people think she's ugly.
Yeah.
And because an ugly person is doing these provocative moves, like, ugly in Korean standards, doing these moves, they're hating on her. But if it was, like, Karina or someone else doing it, the response would be totally different. I can definitely see that. So they're just hating for hating's sake at this point. It doesn't matter, like, whatever the moves are or whatever.
Okay, but look, listen to this snippet of the song. It sounds like exactly like Psy.
Yeah, it does sound like. Oh,
Gangnam Style.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was in P Nation.
She's in P Nation. I saw a lot of comments being like, oh, she's being wasted there. Like, this is
Yeah.
very international fan comments.
Yeah.
Like, no, she can do so much better than this. Like, Maria, her song, that
Yeah.
was really good. She
Yeah.
doesn't make songs like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I mean, I think it's just
it's
because.
catchy, I guess, but it just sounds like a legit Psy song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The butt grabbing thing is literally a no controversy thing. Like, I feel like that. Like, people are just hating for hating's sake. And they just want to keep the narrative going on that she's ugly, she's like a comic character and stuff. And yeah, if it was another person, it would be different.
And I also see a lot of, I saw a lot of comments being like, it's just a shame that any song now is just written for the intent of just, for the TikTok snippet. You can just see. The song is purely written for that TikTok
I
challenge.
hate that, honestly.
Yeah, all the songs have become like this, unfortunately.
I hate that, honestly.
Yeah. You can just tell, like, okay, we're going to clip this part, we're going to make a dance challenge to this. That's like the only way they can try to promote a song now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that's just the name of the game. Like, you can't hate on them for doing it because you have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad. But you were talking about Coldplay last week,
Right.
and you were very excited.
Ticketing's tomorrow.
Are you gonna?
Oh, Friday, so I'm actually gonna try.
So where
I
is
doubt
it?
I can actually get tickets though. Well, people.
They're here for a few
Before
days.
we go on, people are asking, do you guys think Hwasa is ugly? Do you think Hwasa is ugly? Who would say that on live?
Yeah, who would say that on live?
Yeah. But do you think she's conventionally attractive in Korean standard or your own standards?
I mean,
You're
who am
living-
I? Who am I to say anyone's
Exactly,
attractive or not
exactly,
attractive?
exactly.
You know,
Yeah, but I would have to say she's not my type though.
that's fair.
She's not my
That's
type.
fair. I can say, I say stuff like Tao Nu is not my type.
Yeah, exactly.
He's very handsome, but
Exactly.
he's not my type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't know why, but a lot of fans seem to, like, international folks seem to be
They hate you when they say stuff like that.
no, somewhat triggered about, like, whenever Hwasa comes up, they're like, woo, go girl, like, go get that. But whenever Karina comes up, she does nothing too. She
They're
just
like, she's
exists.
plastic. She's
She's
fake.
plastic. I don't
Yeah.
understand why Koreans like her. She's so basic. Korean standards are weird. Just let her be.
Jealousy.
Yeah, I don't understand where that, like, she's not even doing anything. She's just
Jealous?
existing, and she's
She's
getting.
such a nice, sweet girl.
truckloads
they're
of-
both nice, sweet girls.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know where that comes from, but whenever I mention Karina, there's always comments like that. Like, so.
Jealousy is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Whenever females see a pretty female, it's just what happens,
Yeah. So the convo always
Miso
circles
says,
back.
I think Hwasa is prettier than Jessie. People, you can have different tastes, like you can have different opinions. It's fine, you know, absolutely fine. Oh my gosh, but I did see, I don't know if this was, I don't think I brought the link, but I saw a picture of Yeji from ITZY.
Oh,
she was at Milan Fashion Week.
Different makeup, yeah.
I was taken aback with how stunning she looked. Let me just find the pictures. ITZY Fashion Week. She was wearing like this hat with like a mesh thing, and she looked stunning. Yeji. Images. It was not this one. Maybe it's this. I was so shook. She looks like an old Hollywood, like, it's the whole fit. You have to see the whole outfit. She was wearing like black tights. She was stunning.
I wisely choose my girls. I've always been a Yeji lover from the start, from the beginning.
Oh, 진짜.
Yeah. And Yeji doesn't have like the conventional looks.
No, she doesn't have like the big doe eyes.
She has like split eyes and cat face.
But guys, like slay. The outfit as well. It's a slay. No, but she has a very nice side profile, nose, everything.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
She's amazing.
She's very pretty. Yeah, but I love that outfit, basically. And the red lip. She looks like a very typical, like the pale skin, the red lip, the black hair. She looks like Snow White, basically. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. No hating on, like, Hwasa's beautiful, Karina's beautiful, everyone is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Did she go to funeral? No, that was part of the fashion.
Those kind of look like a funeral look.
Yeah, but...
Kind of.
Slay. Okay, anyway, yeah, Coldplay.
Coldplay, yes. Yeah. I was talking about Coldplay, and then this dropped.
Yeah,
like, I didn't even know they were going to do a world tour. And then they're coming to Korea, so I'm definitely trying to get my hands.
Next April.
Yeah. I'm probably expecting a huge competition to get the tickets itself. But there's going to be 40,000. And probably because I'm a broke ass, I'll only be able to afford like the cheapest one. So like 10,000 or 20,000 for me. So
April 16, 18, 19, 20, in 2025 at Koyang Stadium.
And Jin will be there to sing Astronaut. That's probably plausible. That's plausible.
Yeah, most
He's probably
likely.
Gonna be there.
Most likely.
Yeah, and then Universe too. They're probably.
Would they have all been out by no?
But then they could invite a member and say he sings Universe by himself too. So like, I think.
But I genuinely like. I can't like. Can I name a Coldplay song that's like not like a BTS collab? I know like is Yellow a song?
Yeah.
Yellow is a Coldplay song.
Yeah.
What else is a Coldplay song that I know?
There's the most famous one, the most famous one. Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
dun,
Viva
dun.
la Vida. Yeah, okay.
I know.
Yeah, okay, I know that one.
I need to see that drummer guy like doing it real. Like
what else are the other famous Coldplay songs?
There's so many. There's just so many. I just can't name them. But
really?
Every single one, like My Universe is also good, but that's more of a recent one.
Yeah, like what are like the genuine Coldplay?
There's Scientist. That's
oh,
one of the best ones
I think
too.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, there's like just like every single one is like a good song.
Something just like this.
Something just like this. That's like that's like an EDM kind of EDM kind of song too. Paradise.
Fix You. Okay, I know Fix You. Okay, I know quite a few. Okay, I do know quite a few.
Yeah, all of their songs are good. Honestly, like they don't miss.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, if I'm going to go to a concert, I want to be like bopping and like dancing.
Yeah,
so that's why I prefer like pop girlies.
Yeah, I just heard from a lot of people that their concerts are one of the best, so I just need to go there. I'm not usually like a concert person, but as I said, Psy or Coldplay, I want to go for the experience. Yeah, but
yeah. Anyway, so good luck.
I'll
David.
let you know. Like I'm gonna do a solo live probably during the weekend, so I'll let you know
luck,
whether
David.
I get it or not. But I'm probably not gonna get it because I have like bad hands, fat fingers. I'll dance at the Coldplay concert. Yes, my ex-girlfriend, she was thrilled by the Bruno Mars concert. She said it was one of the
such a good show.
Best concerts ever.
I'm very sad that
I kind of got sold on that.
He's even better live than in an album form.
Yeah, so
I mean, Bruno has only bops. I would definitely go to a Bruno show for sure.
Yeah. Would you go to a Taylor Swift show?
Of course, I've been to a Taylor show, and
you did?
I was thinking of going to Tokyo, but I couldn't get tickets. I prefer like like the big like anthemy like pop girlies or like people who will put on a show, theatrics.
Yeah.
Whereas Coldplay is like slightly more like chill. I mean, yeah, you have like the bump, but it's like I want to actually like dance. You know what I mean? Bruno will make you dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I get the Coldplay one. I expect the tickets to be how much? Like 200, maybe.
It was IU's concert over the weekend.
Yeah.
No, I saw Taepyeonnim, he went.
A lot of people went.
GD
BTS
went.
went.
V went. Yeah, IU is basically the Taylor Swift of Korea. Like
Yeah.
singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Like she has a massive fan base. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, what shall we
next
talk about?
one. There's a lot of news. Which one should I pick? Blah blah blah. Okay, let's do this real quick. Blackpink is gonna make a full group comeback world tour in 2025. Would you go to a Blackpink concert?
Yeah, but I don't. Do you genuinely
Would you
do you
pay
think this
for
is
it?
gonna happen?
Yeah, of course.
But they've
been hinting this forever, so.
Another world tour.
And this needs to happen.
Another world tour when their last tour wasn't that long ago, and it's like yeah,
This
like how
needs to
many new
happen.
songs are you guys gonna put out? Really?
I don't care. This needs to happen.
It needs to happen for David because he's still holding that YG stock. It needs to happen, YG, just for David. But like honestly, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, really, is this actually going to happen? Actually, like because they seem very busy. Like Jenny's like going to be very busy. Lisa seems very busy. Jisoo's probably going to be filming a drama, like another world tour, all four of them. Like,
They're
it
gonna
really
do
is going to be possible.
They're gonna do it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it.
David is like, please.
They are gonna do it.
Fucking do it.
They are. They will. They must. They will do it.
It was also on the news that Lisa is going to be performing at the Victoria's Secret fashion show as one of the performers. Tyler is also performing. You know how it used to be back in the day, like Justin Timberlake would sing as the Victoria's Secret models would walk past, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah. I had a chance to go to a BP concert, but I just didn't go.
When was this?
I was in Macau, and then they were in town to do.
They were in Macau?
Yeah.
Or Hong Kong?
Yeah. And then there was like ticket sellers on the street.
Oh, really?
Like selling,
This is 40 years ago.
No, it's like 1 or 2 years ago, I think.
Really?
At least, yeah. And they were in town, right when I was there, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go to like a Blackpink concert. But then I missed out on that.
I think Blackpink concert would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, with the hammers and stuff. Apparently, there are a lot of fanboys in Blackpink concerts. A lot.
I can imagine. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I'd be comfortable.
But
I
yeah,
want to
so-
go to aespa concert. Yes.
Oh, yeah, me too.
aespa.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine hearing like Supernova or like
Yeah.
Black Mamba live.
So actually, talking about Karina, so when I was talking to the Azal guys over like last weekend, and I was like asking them the generic questions like, who is your ideal type? At least 2-3 said Karina.
Everyone's Karina.
That's
like,
how the reality is.
It's either Karina
Nobody
or Winter.
said Hwasa. Like
No, you don't have to drag in Hwasa again. Like that's gonna get more
But at
hate.
least 3 boys said Karina, and then one of them was like, 이렇게 얘기하면 욕 먹을 것 같은데. He was like nervous that he's gonna get hated on for the fact that he even dared to bring up Karina. He was like, I don't look good, so how can I say Karina's my ideal type?
Because
I was like,
she's a goddess.
I was like, it doesn't matter. Like,
she's not human.
I was like, I have loads of people around me who talk about Karina all the time.
The catchline is, the Korean phrase is Karina는 신이다. Karina
She is God. Yeah.
That's like there are famous K-pop taglines. The first one is Karina는 신이다. Karina is God. The second one is 온 세상이 뉴진스다. That means the whole world is new jeans.
What's the other ones?
And there's some few, but like I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And then he was like, and I was like, oh, but I also find Ning Ning so pretty these days. He's like, oh yeah, Ning Ning also, she's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I either like, if you meet any kind of guy and then you talk about girls, it's either Winter or Karina. It's either those
That's
two.
true, but I feel like Ning Ning's coming after
Yeah.
the school festivals. Like everyone fell in love with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the guys are just very into aespa.
Yeah.
Right now.
And then the young guys like Changwon Young a lot.
Yeah,
That's
for
what I
some reason, like I don't hear guys in Korea talk about Blackpink.
Blackpink, no, not a
No.
lot. Yeah.
I feel like
I
they're
think
way
they're
more
more like
popular overseas.
influencer kind of type.
Yeah, because they haven't been active like with new music That's why in Korea they haven't released new songs. Like people know them more as like influencers at this point more than like musicians, and obviously people who are like more actively recent on the charts, music charts. That's like aespa. That's going to be like IVE. That's going to be New Jeans.
Yeah.
So they're going to be more popular.
Yeah.
So.
I think Blackpink is more popular amongst like girls. Girls love
fashion.
Their look.
Yeah,
like
they
girls
emulate
go
the fashion.
like drool over Jennie
That's
and like
true.
Rose and stuff.
But tons of the guys they don't talk about Blackpink much. No.
Yeah, like I don't really see the appeal of Jennie. Like I've heard a lot of.
But
people
also
say
maybe
that.
they've just been around for a long time as well. They've been famous since like a year.
aespa's been along for a long time.
No, but Blackpink is like way older, no?
Yeah, I just think there are certain beauty standards for a country, and some people submit to that. I'm one of them too, so no problem with that.
But anyway, I got first-hand experience with talking to these people. They were like, Karina. So I was
You
like,
have first-hand experience with
literally,
me.
so that's what I told them. I was like, literally, I see this. I have a friend of mine who talks about Karina like every single week.
We could get along. We could go all night fanboying over Karina. Oh, do you know the Supernova era? Like, did you see the hip shake? Oh, yes. Yeah.
Also, Karina has like a solo song unreleased. It's called Up.
we need to get that.
The song sounds like a bop. That needs to be a release.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, next news.
Speaking of plastic surgery.
Okay, that was kind of funny. Okay, let's do that.
It seems it was worth it. K-netizens react to an influencer who spent over 200 million won, which is 150K. Wow.
On plastic surgery.
150K.
But she went from looking like this to this.
On plastic surgery. Wow.
It's a literal face off.
Face off.
Face off. It's a different person.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of the angle and like the smile and stuff. But yeah, it is kind of different.
I mean, how can you, if like literally like somebody new came and be like, oh, these are completely different people, you would not guess that this is the same person. Come on.
There's probably filters and makeup on the second one.
Of
too.
course, but it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like I mean no respect to her. Like
Yeah.
she's probably happy with her face, and
Yeah.
a lot of people are complimenting it
Yeah.
too, but somewhat looks very plastic.
Yeah, okay, if I'm being completely
honest, exactly.
candid, the after face is like she's like the typical Gangnam
It's
Only
very
style.
yeah.
Especially when you see this kind of person in real life, it's going to be very like, oh, you can tell she's had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
But to go from looking like that to that, like you guys, I don't want to get cancelled, but like
we're not saying it's ugly, like the drastic difference.
I mean, if I looked like the girl beforehand,
She has nothing wrong with her. Like I have. Yeah.
no, to be honest, I would get surgery. I would also get surgery too if I.
Oh no.
Like no shade, but like genuinely, I'm sure also she's like her quality of her life has like changed 180
that's for
degrees.
Sure. That's for sure.
She's going to be treated so different now that she looks like this.
Unfortunately, that's reality.
Unfortunately, yeah, this is how the world is not like, you know.
Pretty privilege is real.
It's very fucking real.
It's real.
And I'm sure she's 100% more like happy in terms of her like the way people are treating her.
Yeah,
now
like,
than before.
You got to be very careful that you don't get addicted to plastic surgery, though.
Yeah,
I know
of
a lot of
course.
people around me that have gone down that route, and they
Yes.
get more satisfied, but they also get addicted to it. So they're like, oh, if I tweak this a little bit, if I
Yes.
do that a little bit, and then they
Yes.
end up looking like kind of monstrous.
Yes.
So got to be very careful. It's a slippery slope.
It is. And speaking of like Park Bom, that she was kind of like one of the examples
Yeah,
of To Anyone. You know that like are they doing a world? They're doing a world tour or something.
I think so.
So they're gonna come back. She was one of the faces where Korean netizens when they first debuted like, oh, she was so pretty.
Yeah,
like
she was
they were
pretty.
so like, oh, like it's such a shame because she was honestly beautiful. I feel like she's lost a lot of weight. She's like yo-yoed over the years, but like she's lost a lot of weight again. But in terms of her face, like you can just clearly tell she's had a lot of stuff done. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff done over
I
the
mean,
years. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't undo that.
No.
It's not like tattoos or anything.
No.
So you gotta be very careful with plastic surgery.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
probably for her. It's probably like an issue with herself.
Yeah, the thing is, beauty
Self-esteem
standards
issue.
also change.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess some people would still go do plastic surgery because, like, they have the mindset it's better than my face right now, at
Yeah.
least. But
Yeah.
if you overdo it and then the beauty standards change or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever happens, it's not very good.
I think Park Bom and Tara, they're like 41
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah. So
But, wow, she lost a lot of weight.
she has. So I mean, I just want the new 2NE1 music, please.
Bam,
Yeah.
ba-dum,
Make
bam,
bop,
bam,
make
bam.
bops, please.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yes. So, anyway, that was that.
Have you had plastic surgery, David? Do I look like I have plastic surgery? Do you think I would be looking like this if I had plastic surgery? Nah. I wish I could.
I don't like sometimes when you go on like those dating apps in Korea, like I see that obviously you can tell with the girls like if they've had work done. Sometimes I see the guys and they look like the Gangnam 언니 but the male version, and it's so off-putting to me.
Yeah.
You can clearly see they like had like nose done. They can see maybe they've had like even the 애교살 filler, and if you see that on a guy, it looks so wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend is now working because he's like with the doctor strike and all. He's not going to his hospital, so he got a new job at a plastic surgeon. They could do like private practices in like little hospitals. So he actually is working in a very famous plastic surgery place in front of COEX. So if you want discounts, if you want plastic surgery, let me know. He's like he can do.
Do they do fillers?
They do, yeah, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, he suggested me getting like a what do you call it? Lipo here, and then that would only cost like with a friend price like $400, and he said like I really recommend you getting that because like, you know.
Can I just say like my boyfriend is not one of those doctors that went on strike. He carried on working throughout the whole thing.
I have respect for both sides. They have both of their like visions and stuff.
Yeah.
And you said he works in the ER and stuff.
He works in ER.
That's essential.
He's an actual doctor, yeah.
So, natural is the most beautiful thing. I agree too, but then like, you know, you can't always judge because if you do a little tweak and your life quality enhances massively, then I think it's worth all the like every single penny.
For example, like do you know Kylie Jenner?
No.
She's like the billionaire, self-made billionaire.
I know she's a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Right?
She's like
I don't know her face though.
So she's had like fillers done, but she looks drastically different. So she went from looking like that as a teenager to this, and like I think it's money well spent. To be honest, she looks like sexy cougar in the second one, whereas this is just very typical like teenage girl.
Yeah.
And she literally made all her money off. She enhanced her lips. And then her first thing to really sell extremely well were her lipsticks that she made. She became a billionaire from her makeup line. So that was lip filler money well spent.
It's your choice. It's your choice. And like this society is a game potentially.
Yeah.
Like by the core it's a game, and then whether you want to, you know, game the system, and plastic surgery is one way to do that as a female, honestly.
Yeah.
So I know so many girls that just go through plastic surgery and then they go on the internet, become influencers, rack in money, and then live happy lives, and they don't even look back.
Yeah.
And then all the comments in the comment section saying, "Oh, plastic surgery, blah blah blah." Like these are just people in their houses living miserable lives to their standards, and they're like, I would choose this life over whatever. So you guys can bark away. So it's everyone to themselves, and as long as like that person is not hurting anybody and stuff, and she's satisfied with her life.
Yeah, as long as you don't go overboard and you get just like a little tweaks. Sometimes you end up looking seriously amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, and you can't hate on anyone for that.
Right.
Honestly, if that's their choice.
What did they do wrong though?
Yeah.
They just fixed their own face.
I feel like only people find it a problem when it looks like terrible.
Gangnam 언니.
Yeah.
Do you guys even know what Gangnam 언니 looks like?
Yeah, I showed a picture in my server stream.
So Gangnam 언니 is like a term to just
make fun of the
Gangnam 미인도. Oh, you have to type in Gangnam 미인도. Like this. Yeah, like this. So if you go to Gangnam, there are like hundreds of plastic surgery hospitals, like all stacked on each other, and yeah, they'll probably look all like this. So yeah, this is
yeah, literally.
Yeah. So if you go to Gangnam, it's like copy paste, and this is pretty accurate. I would say.
It is very accurate,
very
honestly.
Accurate. Yeah, and if you get a bad surgery, I would say.
Yeah, and and I feel like in London, when I was walking around, a lot of the, not to generalize, but this is just majority what I saw, but like a lot of the lip fillers or like the fillers that they get in their face was like overdone way too much. So you have like the Love Island girls with like the duck lips. You call them duck lips. Or like some of the Russian girls that you saw walking around in London with like the overblown fillers.
Yeah.
They look ridiculous. Whereas Korea is like a lot more like natural, very slight tweaks.
That's what SM does, and they're really good at it.
I really want to know which hospital SM uses for their artists because
yeah.
it's like the best of the best.
Best of the best.
I heard SM has like their own private like
I
doctor
heard
that
too.
they make everyone.
Maybe I can ask my friend. He probably has the intel now. Yeah, maybe I should go get like a little nose job.
Seriously, whatever doctor that the SM people have, like the best. No, it's you've lived like you're like 32.
Wow! Wow! What
You've
is
lived all your
wow!
life.
Wow! 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 That hit hard. I normally don't get any like offense or anything, but she's like, you don't even need plastic surgery.
No, you've lived up to 32 years of age
Wow.
with this face. You don't need to change it now.
Wow. No, it's more like you should rephrase it. There's no use for you to get plastic surgery at this point. It's
no,
more
David, you don't need to. You
Wow.
have already plenty of marriage
I'm
proposals.
hurt. I'm hurt. Wow.
But you know, they say recently they think Brad Pitt has got a facelift because he looks drastically younger. I think he had a complete so he was looking very old for a while, and then suddenly he's come out looking super young.
He's just Brad Pitt.
No. There is a difference.
Okay.
I think he got his skin like pulled back.
Yeah,
Facelift,
Botox and stuff.
Botox, but no facelift. So it's like they cut away your skin near your ear, and then they pull back all the excess skin and muscle. He looks a lot younger now compared to like 2 years ago. He looks like properly like a haraboji. But here, this is recent.
He looks good even as a haraboji.
Yeah, I mean he's Brad Pitt, but like, also I went down a rabbit hole of that as well. You know that all the law of it when he got divorced with Angelina Jolie. Seriously, like he was an alcoholic. He would like hit the kids. There was like an account of the kids, like they hate him. The kids all hate him. Apparently he like choked them, threw them against the wall. Like, yeah, he doesn't seem like he was in the best place. I don't know if he's better now, but anyway.
Yeah, maybe I'll consider getting plastic surgery for marriage. You know, like we need to all keep up with the Joneses, and I need to keep elevating my standard.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's not even about the face. You need to like train physically too, like, you know, everyone looks good, everyone dresses well. Now it's about body frame and all that, like physique. So Korea is like a place, definitely a place to live in.
SM doctors are magicians, to be honest. They are though, seriously.
Yeah.
It's all about the sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'm really thinking of maybe getting a nose job.
Get a
A
Why?
slight elevation in the tip, because that's what the doctor recommended. And
You can get a nose filler first to see if you like it, and then decide.
yeah, and nowadays they apparently they get something from your butt fat or like your belly fat, and they put it on the tip of your nose, and they make a slight difference. They don't even like put in like a whole.
I've never heard that for the nose tip.
No, they said that you do it, and then they could implant that, and then they can make a little bit of a tippy or.
They do that with filler usually, but the problem with doing it with fat is like it will gain weight or lose weight. Yeah, I don't think it's good if suddenly your nose starts becoming like.
They said it's okay. They said it's okay. But what the doctor said, like, you'll see my vlog, which has been due forever. But I never noticed. But they did like a CT scan of my whole face and like the bone frame. I never knew for my whole life that my nose was tilted.
Really?
Yeah. Do you recognize my nose is tilted? Can you see?
I mean, I would not know.
I don't notice at all.
Yeah.
But then they did a 3D rendering on like Photoshop and stuff on how my nose would look if it was straight.
Yeah.
And then I did indeed see my nose was like severely
But do you think
tilted.
it makes such a huge difference?
The little things, the subtle things, like they did a 3D rendering, they put it back like 90 degrees, and they put like a little tip on the nose, and it looked good. I'm telling you, it actually looked good. And then they like did a 3D rendering of like sucking like lipo here, and then I was like, huh, so that's why.
He can become Taunu, the Temu version.
So there's this one BJ that's like claimed as like a beauty standard for plastic surgery guys, and a lot of people think he looks good. His name is Kimino.
No,
And
no.
this is exactly the plastic surgery standard, a stereotype.
No way.
And a lot of guys want
I'll
to
show
look
you.
like him. Yeah.
What? They want to look like him?
Yeah. He's like, a lot of guys think he's very handsome.
No.
And he's super popular because of that.
Are you not like? Are you joking though?
For real.
No, I don't think many guys would want to look like this.
No, a lot of guys actually do. For real. Like, a lot of guys think he's like one of the most like good-looking people, and obviously he's plastic.
Obviously he's plastic.
But people are like, I want to look like him even if I'm plastic.
Really?
Yeah, but I wouldn't honestly.
No.
I wouldn't at all.
No.
But that is like the standard, you know. So
No.
Yeah.
Wait, who is this? It's not the same guy.
yeah, he's massive. He's huge. And you can see him in Gangnam in front of a club place. He's always like streaming like that.
Yeah, you can tell with the. I feel like I can tell someone who's had a nose job in Korea.
Of course.
You can tell
Of
always.
course.
Yeah.
So one day secretly I'll get one and then appear without telling her.
And I'll be like, David.
Yeah, what's
What's up with you?
yeah, you had a glow up.
Oh, I really don't like the plasticky face on boys. I
Yeah.
really don't. No.
Yeah. Mooney Boo's like, why are you even talking about plastic surgery, David? You're perfect the way you are. I know, but like it doesn't hurt if I get like a little tweak and it boosts my confidence, right? And then I seal deals, I get girls, I get everything. Like, you know, a lot of people do plastic surgery for confidence purposes too. Yeah. They have that psychological effect, not only the visual effect. So, yeah.
Anyway. Okay, next news. Shall we talk about the North Korean idol thing debuting?
Yeah.
Okay, apparently there's an idol group called I think One Verse.
I swear to God, like the idol names now.
Idol names, you have to be so creative. But yeah, I think this is the guy. He was a North Korean defector, and he's saying in this interview, he was like, I know what it's like to like grow up with like barely any food, like almost starving. And he was like, I hated that life. Like literally, I was starving as a kid. And he was like, when I want to become successful and rich, I also want to be able to donate, so there's no people starving in the world. I don't want anyone to have to go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
It's an
inspiring.
interesting story. Like
I wonder how North Korea would feel if they see
Yeah.
a North Korean defector.
Yeah. Now we have full foreigner group idols, and we have North Korean
Yeah.
idols. Everyone in the comments are very positive about it.
Yeah, they're like fighting. Yeah,
Mhm.
hope you become successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, what an like inspiring story. Hope he does earn money, and he's like, I don't want to give up. I'm gonna try my best. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So good luck to those guys.
Yeah, good luck to
Yeah.
them. I mean, I wish them the best because they've probably gone through so much already and
Yeah.
so much pain. So
Yeah.
it's very hard.
Very hard. Okay.
Yeah.
This story I thought was kind of a hot topic on Talku as well.
Oh,
But
I don't know that.
you don't. It's gonna be more of the same. Like, why
Okay.
are Korean guys so shit?
Okay, go for it.
Again, once with the
Online
topic of like, why are Korean men so disgusting?
Okay.
Every week.
Okay,
So,
what's new?
what's new this week?
Yeah.
Online reviews of sex tourism in Southeast Asia proliferate, and I actually saw this on Talku. Of people like leaving Korean men like going to these places in like Laos or Thailand or
Yeah.
Vietnam. They go there and then they leave Google reviews of these like either brothels or like massage parlors
What?
in Korean, and then
They
you can
leave
see
Google reviews.
you can see literally on Google.
How?
I guess if you don't have a picture or
What
like,
the?
they
frick?
think it's like an anonymous. They think it's like Reddit. But
That's
anyway,
crazy.
I actually saw some of the reviews. Anyway,
Oh my gosh,
the
okay.
posts often use. Okay, so yeah, South Koreans leaving online reviews about visiting these establishments are like getting noticed. So the posts often use terms like pyeonma, referring to a clandestine
Pyeonma?
brothel disguised as a massage parlor, and torchang. This was the stuff that like really disgusted.
Torchang?
This is an establishment where 5 to
That's
7
jail.
minors are confined in small cage-like rooms. So apparently you go to these like really like the really poor places in like Laos and stuff. They hold minor girls in like cage-like conditions, and then they're using them to like for money. It's terrible. It's terrible. So South Koreans who often identify themselves as men frequently use the term online, these kind of terms online, to exchange information about names, locations, and prices at such venues. For example, a naval cafe group that launched in March 2004 has since been shut down, but it boasted over 18,000 members, and it originally was created to share travel tips and a community for exploring global food, entertainment, and leisure at day and night.
Whoa.
However, before its closure, the forum became inundated with posts detailing experiences with prostitution, and the Korea Herald discovered screenshots of comment posted there. The membership was restricted between to men born between 1930 and 1994. To qualify as a sincere member, users are required to post general travel reviews after joining. Those seeking to access more exclusive sections of the forum, where more explicit content was shared, you have to contribute further to get up the ranks.
That's
And
crazy.
so there's like, look, there's like this thing here, like, Laos은 다른 것처럼 목석 많은. Experiences in Laos was great overall, but the 목석 was a downside.
What's a
Expect what a
목석?
목석 is. That's referring to girls who are
Tree
just
and
like,
stone?
yeah, laying there like not doing anything. They're just like
목석.
literally just laying there like a starfish. Girls who are just like, yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, that's the thing. I
That's
have experience of
crazy.
buying sex in Laos. The younger ones, like those aged 18, 19, 20, tend to be more like 목석, where those over 20 are more professional, even using sex toys. The cost effectiveness compared to Korea is apparent, as buying sex in Laos is much cheaper. And the Toe Tang experience was off-putting, honestly, because the girls were too young. I went once and I never went back.
Isn't that like you can track down these people and actually
Yeah, why would you post
jail
this?
them?
Why would
Because
you
that's
post
like
this?
pedophilia.
Yeah, why would you literally post this on online?
And like
forum?
buying sex is illegal too in the first place.
Yeah, so I actually saw like some like Korean reviews of like the Thailand like soapy massage.
Soapy
Places.
massage.
Terrible, fucking terrible. So following this, in 2013, a total of 37 Korean men who traveled to the Philippines for prostitution are caught by Seoul. Yeah, this is very, very strictly illegal. You can't engage in prostitution overseas, even if it's legal in the country that you're visiting. You can't do it if you're a Korean national, technically, and you can be punished. So, madness.
All I can say is why?
David, what do you say as a Korean man?
Don't
What do you say as a Korean man about this?
I don't claim them.
Yeah, I don't claim them
Yeah,
either.
Yeah. But it is like a known fact that actually a lot of girls say that if your boyfriend is going to Southeast Asia
On a bro's trip with his,
on a bro trip,
it's a red flag.
it's a red flag.
It
A lot of
is.
people say that.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of girls will not let their boyfriends go on
it's
a
a common,
overseas.
widespread known thing
Yeah.
that there's a high probability that the bros are gonna
Go to a
with
brothel,
hoes,
yeah.
and because of it's disgusting, honestly.
Yeah,
right?
it is disgusting.
So a lot of girls are like, I won't approve that, or like if the guy's going, it's a red flag and
Yeah.
such and such. I guess like the stereotype or the stigma goes vice versa for girls as well. There's things like if a girl goes to a working holiday in like Australia, that's also like
yeah,
a
for
red
some
flag.
reason, yeah, that's like a red flag
Yeah,
apparently.
it's the same context, you know.
Mm.
So guys go to brothels, girls like whatever, and I don't know.
And yeah, okay, Crash Override says this isn't just Korean men, it's passport bros everywhere. That's true.
Of course,
Because
of
you have a
course.
lot of men traveling to those Southeast Asian countries.
I've been
for those
to
purposes.
the famous brothel street in Bangkok. It's like wide in the open, and it's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
in front of in front of the train station. If
Yeah.
you pass through them,
Yeah.
like these girls will actually come to you and grab your grab you and like oppa come
Yeah.
in and all that.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was like it's kind of intimidating.
Of course, it's going to be quite scary. Yeah.
And also I don't know if I should say
No,
this.
don't say it.
Okay.
Just leave it there.
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
don't say it.
No, but then people are gonna have wild assumptions.
What were you about to say then?
I'll just leave
They
it.
look like men.
Some too, but
A
I'll
lot of
just
them are lady boys. That's a fact.
that too.
Yeah.
But I'll just say like, why?
He's saying they're not attractive.
No. I'm not saying anything.
They
I'll
look
just,
like men dressed as women.
I'll just drop that word and leave it there. Like, why?
He's saying it's lady boys. A lot of lady boys.
even if I were open to prostitution, I'd be like, why? That's it.
That's it.
Mic drop. That's it.
Okay, what are you having?
I was
on your
about to
computer?
just show you like my 3D rendering of
Okay.
my nose job. Why are you laughing? Like it's a very subtle nose job.
David's
so.
before and after. Okay,
Yeah,
show on
I
the camera.
I just saw it from the vlog, and then I just wanted to show you. So
Show on my camera
this
first.
would be potentially how you would look, how I would look if I got a nose job.
Okay.
It's very, very subtle. It's not, you can't even spot the difference, right? But then still it looks, my nose look way better.
It's like what I was saying, like I'm thinking about getting forehead filler. It's like a very slight difference.
Yeah.
Only the slight difference that you as the person.
Would you be able to know that I got plastic surgery if like this is the nose job?
No.
Right? See? Like it's not the,
And it's not like I look at David's face every week.
it's
and I'm
not
like,
that bad.
like his slight angle of his nose is, I probably would generally not tell.
Yeah.
Would not be able to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going to the prostitution thing again,
People
like
are saying there's no difference, David.
exactly, that's why I want to do it. There is a difference if you look very closely, and you don't have to put in like a lot of like stuff. But going back to the prostitution thing, like, okay, these people, they're gonna do whatever they want to do, even if like the world is like that, whatever. But I just wish these people. The problem with these kind of people is like, leaving aside all the moral stuff, of course, like they're like pedos and criminals and stuff. So, but even leaving aside all of that, like the main problem is these people come to Korea and deceive other like partners and girlfriends, and they have like sexual intercourse and all that, and they sometimes spread a lot of like STDs.
Yeah.
And stuff.
You
So
can catch, obviously you can catch HCDs when you go there.
That would be like one of the biggest,
That is a health risk. For sure.
I would honestly, like, even if I were open, like, I guess, like, in the Netherlands, a lot of people are open to prostitution, right? Because it's legal.
I think you have to use condoms there. They force
Yeah. Even if I were open to prostitution,
Yeah.
I would be so concerned of STDs, I would
Yeah,
never.
it's
like,
too scary.
Honestly, it's like, I would not risk
my health. Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
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 So, a lot of reasons to why.
So literally, it's like, I'm
Like,
sorry,
what?
I'm really sorry to say this, but like the type of guys that go to these places are the types of guys who cannot get women in their real lives. Because if you could, why would you go and pay for this? And with such huge high risk.
Yeah.
It's literally the only types of guys who go to these places are losers. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. Yeah. If you can get it in real life, like, why would you?
Yeah. And also, I mean, okay, so these things are just so tricky to say on live, but apparently, what I've heard from a lot of other dudes, like adding on to what Anna said, like people who go to like these illegal brothels, they're losers. I kind of agree in a sense, because what I heard from a lot of my friends who go to Southeast Asia, they don't need to, because if you're just decent looking, apparently if you're of Korean ethnicity,
No, you girls are gonna be just throwing themselves at you on the bars. In the normal bars.
In clubs.
In
If
normal
you
clubs.
just go to a club, get
Yeah.
a table, just sit there,
Yeah.
then they come up to you and say, "Are you Korean? Selfie." And then they
Yeah.
want to like hang out with
Yeah.
you, and you can
Yeah.
do like you can score.
Yeah.
But
if you are the type to actually have to go and pay for this, then you are
Yeah.
clearly not going to be attractive. You're going to be a loser.
Yeah.
No.
So like what I've heard from my friends is like when they go to Vietnam or like
Yeah.
any club they
Yeah.
go to, and then they just
If
like
you're somewhat decently dressed and you're like clean looking and
Yeah.
they know that you're Korean, you're going to be just fine.
the Korean fever is real.
It's real.
And I'm very careful to say this because like it might
It's true though.
look in a weird way, but that's what reality is like.
It's true,
So
though.
like why would, if you're really like that horny,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's only for like, I can imagine a lot of like ajoshis like going to these kind of places.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's like the older men, like,
Ew.
But
Yeah.
if you're a decent, like, attractive enough guy, you're not, this isn't totally unnecessary. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, just I don't know what to say.
But sex and prostitution is the oldest job in humankind.
It can't be eradicated.
It
That's
can't
why
be
I
gone.
think it should be like, just dragged
It's the
up to
oldest job to exist. It will continue to forever
yeah, like,
exist.
they should make it like the Netherlands or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just make it legal, like tax it. I want it to be taxed because there's just so much money going into it. Like we
Yeah.
need more tax, make it cleaner
Yeah.
and no STD spreads or whatever. I heard there's a massive outbreak of a big STD in Japan right now because
really?
of like the illegal prostitution on the streets. Like there are a lot of minors there too. There are a lot of girls there too. The massive Tinder culture over there. So like there was actually like a lot of YouTube videos saying like beware of hooking up in Japan right now because there's a huge STD outbreak.
I did not know this.
Yeah. So.
Okay, well.
Okay, what's the next news? Let's just do like a big one and I mean, this is pretty sad, so maybe we can do this. Just another dystopian day of Korea. So 1 in 5 households have to be the breadwinner over 80 in 30 years. So in 30 years, people who are
60?
born, yeah, I think up to us will be able to retire. But in 30 years, if the demographic pyramid continues on like this, like I guess like our grandchildren, maybe our grandchildren will have to work their asses off until they're 80. There's no such thing as retirement anymore. So this is sad.
Yeah, so elderly to make up nearly half of Korea's population by 2072, and youth only to compromise just 6.6% of the populace.
We're effed.
Yeah, so we're literally it's gonna be just elderly people.
Yeah.
In 30 years, yeah, we'll be 60, David. God.
Oh.
If we live to that long.
Wow.
Yes, against this backdrop, the proportion of the working age population, those aged 15 to 64, is expected to decrease from 70% to 45% by 2072.
That's crazy. And in the meantime, like a couple's receiving $128,000 for having quintuplets.
But it's all at once.
Yeah,
She gave birth to 5 babies.
How is that even possible? Like the
R.I.P.
capacity
to
of
her.
a womb.
R.I.P. to her vagina. But anyway. I mean, to be honest, when you're having 5 kids at once, it's not. I feel like it's that much money.
100,001.
It's not that much money.
100,000 K is not going to make it.
No. You're gonna run through that really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Imagine you get pregnant and you find out you have quintuplets, 5 kids.
Oh my God, I would cry. Honestly, I would cry.
It's a blessing, but not a blessing at the same time.
It's a blessing and a curse, genuinely.
Yeah. Your life is like you have to dedicate 300% of your life, 500% of your life now.
Unless you have help from your mom, your family, like how are you gonna do that?
That feels,
Like even twins, when you find out it's twins, that's like, oh my gosh, okay, I have to look after 2 screaming babies at once, but 5? How are you gonna change all of their nappies and like if all of them start crying at the same time? Oh my God.
I wonder how she felt.
Seriously, all the best of luck to that lady.
5 guys.
I'll probably never want to have sex ever again. Genuinely, I'd be like, don't touch me.
5 babies. That's crazy. And that money is not going to...
It's not going to last. You have to send them all through school and after school academies. Like, that's really not going to last.
Yeah, I'm definitely not
sending
even
them
till
to university. No.
Yeah, that's too much.
Probably that's the result of like IVF, and that happens a lot more when it's not naturally conceived.
Do you... I'm not scientifically geared on this, but is there a way to see if it's like a twin or not before like it fully develops as like from the fetus stage to...
I don't know enough about this either, but
yeah.
No. But it's just like with IVF, you're like putting in all the eggs and the sperm with the hope of one catching.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like a higher chance that it's gonna be twins or triplets or even more.
I wonder if like abortion would be legal for cases like in these kind of cases, like 5 babies and stuff. Yeah.
Well, so you can only abort certain.
No. Like if there is a chance, like you can see from the fetus stage or whatever stage, which is legal in some states of America and wherever. Like I wonder if like it could be a massive economic
Do you think
toll.
that was a natural birth or a cesarean, guys? Can you actually genuinely give birth 5 babies through your vagina? Like, it was
Stop
most likely a
saying through your
cesarean.
vagina.
It was most likely a
Just
cesarean.
say give birth. They can tell. Wow.
Oh my god, her belly must have been like this.
Yeah, I think
Oh my god.
in that case, I think a lot of people would actually consider an abortion if like they can tell before like the actual, formation of an intelligent being and all that. If you can tell if it's like 5 in your
Okay, yeah, people are saying C-section for sure, cesarean for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's not possible, yeah.
Mm.
Wow, I'm so like, I was saying a few weeks ago I had baby fever because of my nephew who was so sweet. I'm like, well, he was an angel baby, but I'm just like, it's always a constant like, I want a baby, but also I don't. I want a baby, but also I don't. So, yeah. And I also saw this thing on TikTok. There's a thing called pregnancy nose. There's like a huge, because your hormones when you're pregnant become so out of whack. Some people's noses like literally doubled in width. And it was so shocking, and it was like after they give birth, obviously it goes back, but it's honestly such a huge difference. I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, you become ugly, your body is like it goes out of shape, your skin like your stretch marks, and it's just like your vagina, everything just like, fuck you, men. Like, why can't you give birth? Seriously.
Yeah. But like I've been following a little bit of a tangent, but I've been following the U.S. elections.
Yeah.
And for some reason, all they're talking is
Abortion?
about abortion and the border.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure they do other stuff too.
Yeah, but
like
that seems like to be
healthcare
the
and
most
whatever.
in the news.
But like I'm watching the U.S. presidential elections, and I would think
what about
like
the other policies?
no, I would think like they would talk about the economy.
Right, that's pretty important.
Like living costs and like all that, education.
Yeah.
But
it's just abortion.
it's all about. I know it's not like something we should sweep over, but still, I would have assumed they would get up with like
economy is pretty important.
Yeah, I was very interested in how these candidates, what they have in mind for the economy, like what plans they have to like shrink inflation, tax and whatever. And like industries and stuff, but that's like minimalized. But every single, I guess it's maybe the highlight clips, but it's all about abortion or the border, illegal immigration is like divided between that. And I was like, what am I watching right now? Yeah.
Maybe you are watching just the like most what do you call it, like controversial highlights.
Yeah. So I got stressed out and I stopped watching.
You guys will know better than us.
Because U.S. politics affect us a lot too.
Yeah,
so
it affects the whole
like
world.
Like their policy on like the dollar or the Federal Reserve or like infrastructure or like whatever economics, like it affects our policies too. So I was like, what?
Yeah, because obviously I'm not American, so I'm not gonna know like what they promise, like all their policies, like all the news that I consume is like literally like the clipped highlights, right? So it's like I'm also very curious too, like genuinely like who has said what exactly about what policies. Not just like the border and just the abortion stuff. I'd like to know. Also, I'm glad that I don't have to like go through and like see all of that.
Like the presidential election debates and stuff. They put up highlight clips of it and stuff, and I didn't have time to go through the whole thing. But I guess those are the hot topics right now in U.S. politics. But I was kind of surprised.
They are talking about inflation and housing crisis.
Are they?
What are they saying about inflation? How are they gonna?
Yeah, like I haven't been updated on it, so.
Yeah.
But I've seen a few comments about inflation, indeed. But all they say is like it's the past administration's fault. Like it was better then. Right now, we're taking the toll right now.
Okay, that's all said and good. But like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, we did this good back then, and then the other side's saying no after like actually statistics show that, and then nobody's like.
It's just like blaming. Like they ruined everything.
Yeah, like giving like a policy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was pretty baffled because in my mind the U.S. is like the best country in the world. Like, okay, there are like of course
they are the superpower. Yeah.
They are the superpower. They have like their own downsides and stuff, but all other countries in the world like look up to the U.S. in terms of like military power, economic power, and like everything, cultural power.
And then you see the presidential elections,
and then they're talking about Yeah, so I was
You're
kind of
like,
kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like, yeah, childish a lot of the times, right?
What do
Yeah.
you mean, who am I watching? Kamala and Trump. There's only two people.
As in, like, what, like, network are you watching? Do they mean that?
The presidential debate.
Or
The
they
big
just
ones.
get clipped on YouTube and
Yeah.
put on all the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's talking about eating cats somewhere.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
other side's like you have 32 felonies and whatever,
Yeah.
and all that. So I was like, wow, it's
Yeah.
not so much difference in Korean politics.
So when is it? Like November, like early November? That's the actual.
Huh?
Is that when the actual date is? November, for the
Yeah,
elections.
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Someone is asking, is David married?
No, I'm not married. Why are you asking? Oh, last live stream, a lot of people wanted to be my Nuna.
What does that mean?
A lot
What
of
does that
people-
entail?
I was like, oh, the economy's so bad, so I would love some allowance money from some Nunas. If
Oh,
you're
a
down.
sugar Nuna.
Yeah, if you're down, I'm down to have some sugar Nuna, so slide into my DMs, and people were like, oh, maybe, yeah.
Get it, David.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, let's go for lunch. But you
Yeah.
can leave at 1.
I'm worried because like the Fed cut like huge rates and they're saying a global recession is coming, all the assets are going to go down, and then Korea usually follows US policies,
Yeah.
and then it usually applies here too as well. So yeah, I'm worried. I need to stockpile as much, not cash, but gold maybe, or Bitcoin, as much as I can for the next few years. Warren Buffett actually said he's not going to.
He sold a lot of
Yeah,
his
he's selling and he's not going to buy in the near
Wow.
future. So that's a bad indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a rich Nuna, so that's what it all leads to, having a rich Nuna. Do you know any rich Nunas around you? I would be happy to entertain a rich Nuna once a week.
I mean, I know David's type, so even before I have I can introduce him to anybody, I already have an idea. So
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I could only get like 5K per month, I would be very happy to go on a date, if you pay for the omakase and the Michelin star, and then give me 5K on the top, and maybe lease me a Porsche.
he's not actually joking.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
Actually, okay, the last
Hey,
final.
this is the economy. This is what the economy made me of. That's why I'm so interested in inflation rates, housing prices, and the global economy. But no one seems to be talking about that thoroughly, except
if
blaming
you-
each other.
You can only be qualified to be David's Nuna if you can afford to give away 5K a month, okay?
KoreanPizzaClub@gmail.com. I'm awaiting your proposals. A lot of girls do that, honestly. 스폰 많이 하잖아. A lot of girls
Well,
do
actually,
스폰.
on the news when I was looking for topics for today, it was on all K-pop. But you know the singer Gina, she's like second gen K-pop.
Yeah.
She was active with Beast and 2PM, those guys.
Yeah.
She was in a scandal because it was found out that she had like a sponsor, like a guy who was paying her for Boom Boom, like maybe once a month or a few times a month, and then he would give her money. And then apparently on her Instagram a few days ago, she posted like a series of worrying posts. It was like, oh, goodbye world, 세상 안녕, but it was like blurry pictures, and her mental state seems not to be in a good way, and she hasn't been active at all since that whole scandal. I don't know what she's doing now, where she lives, or
Yeah, she's probably very ashamed of her past and stuff, so she probably went under the radar. I'm sure she's doing good, but a lot of people say on Instagram, where you see all these girls that don't have jobs but are always on vacations, cruises, super yachts and
Hawaii,
Chanel bags
yeah.
and stuff.
But they never have a picture with the person that
with
they
the
went on
person
holiday
they went with. Usually
Yeah.
if you go with a friend, you put up a story or
At least together, yeah.
tag them or whatever,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
then they're never posting any of these. A
Yeah.
lot of people suspect that they're having
Yeah.
sponsorships.
Yeah.
And I don't judge.
He would do the exact same.
I am fine to post all those photos by myself. I post them solo anyways, even if I have a relationship. So I'm the perfect candidate. I would like yachts and fine dinings and hotels and all that. 5K a month and some extra perks. KoreanPizzaClub@gmail.com.
You should get on OnlyFans,
Or
like
PayPal?
Nikocado Avocado, David.
Yeah.
Would you guys pay for David's OnlyFans?
Well, people paid to know whether I'm circumcised or not. $100 for that.
That's true. That was crazy.
Yeah, and then on the last stream, people paid to know something like even more wild. Like, but I forgot. Like, it was something about like in the similar territory. But
maybe you should set up on OnlyFans, David.
maybe.
Yeah.
And thank you for the super chat. I missed your last one. You can wine and dine me anytime, David. No, I'm sorry, M. I'm sorry, Rachel. The super chat is wrong there. A pizza first. You can wine and dine me anytime. No, if you can wine and dine me anytime, that's what I'm talking about. Rachel, if you want to learn more about U.S. politics, I'm a Zoom call away. Okay, thank you for the 5. Oh yeah, people paid for my hoodie.
David's hoodie gang. That sounds so.
Yeah, I even made like merch for that. You want to see my merch?
Hoodie merch?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Show it to me.
Do you want to see my hoodie merch? Yeah, like. What do you think about this?
Oh my god, but it's actually genuinely so. Is it ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's genuinely so cute.
Yeah, what do you think
People
of
won't know the meaning.
Turtle hoodies are beating up mushrooms.
Turtle the mushroom.
Yeah. Like, this is pretty good merch, right? And people were like, I could buy. Please do a pre-sale.
Wait, so because it's ChatGPT, there is no like license or like that kind of thing, right? If you try to actually sell it using that art.
I think I'll have to go into it, but
like, what is the legalities?
Yeah, you'll
behind
probably
that?
have to like vary it or whatever. But yeah, hoodie gang hashtag. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. I'm hungry. I have a meeting at 1.
I am
so
not
need
going
be
to
very
answer
quick.
what I prefer, a turtle or a mushroom. Isn't it the same thing?
How would I know?
Don't they? It's like hidden. That's what they're saying. A turtle
Yeah.
and a mushroom. Isn't it they're doing the same D? There's no difference. Either circumcised or uncircumcised. But isn't turtle and hoodie both like hiding the D?
No.
Is it not?
No. What do you mean? Only the turtle is hiding inside its shell.
Oh, okay. The mushroom is like it's
It's
sticky.
protruded. What? Wait, we just got a hint from Anna's comment right now.
No, I
because she
thought it was
doesn't
the
know
same
the
thing.
difference. We can infer from that fact.
No, because if I thought it was like maybe like a closed mushroom cup. Anyway, this is enough. Let's go to lunch. Buy me lunch.
I'm so happy that we did it at the end of a live stream. Yeah.
Anyways, join next week. Like, subscribe. You know the drill.
Yeah.
Bye.
So go check out pirozo.net, guys, everyone, for awesome merch. And also like